Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing an October 2021 makeup tutorial for myself. I'm just going to be playing with makeup and talk kind of thing. Yeah, I'm really excited to do this video. But anyways, I'm starting off with my Hard Candy Sheer Envy Perfecting Primer. I've got 3 videos I'm filming today, including this one. I'm going to be filming a what I've already decluttered from my makeup collection to kind of show you guys like what I'm getting rid of already, because I really want to do an actual full-on collection declutter, but it's just not in the cards for me right now. So yeah, I'm going to be using my Ulta Beauty Nude Matte Eyeshadow Primer. Not really the biggest fan of my 2 bases, this primer and then this eye primer. I'm not the biggest fan of those. Just being completely honest, I feel like I've tried better. The Milani eyeshadow primer that I used to use is so much better than this one. But most people actually don't even use eye primers anymore. They just use, like, concealer, which I've also done that, but I have an eye primer collection, so I'm kind of like, I might as well use it. Oh, and I'm using a Moda Pro BMX 466 shader brush to blend that out. Then I'm going to be diving into my Profusion Sultry palette. This is my favorite palette that I own right now, and combined with the Jeffree Star Mini Blood Sugar palette. I just love using these two together just because it's got the reds and it's got the cool tones in this. But I'm going to be using Canny today, right here. I think that's all I'm going to do for that, because I want to do something super simple, and I really want to do like that spiderweb thing I did in yesterday's video, because I think I'm going to post this video tomorrow. I posted that spiderweb I did in yesterday's video. You guys will probably see the spiderweb thing in a lot of videos in October, just because I loved it. I really thought it stuck to such a good theme. I stop a lot to pause the video so I can drink some water. This is like about at less than half, so I'm gonna have to go get more water eventually. But yeah, so I just kind of like wanted to do a tutorial. I haven't done a tutorial in so long on my channel. I'm using my MAC Studio Sculpt SPF 15 foundation in NC55 with my Sonia Kashuk. This is the stippling foundation brush. I kind of want to talk a little bit about like the best drugstore brushes that you can get if you are like starting out a beauty collection or maybe a channel or something like that. This idea just kind of like randomly came to me yesterday, and I was going to do a full video on it, but I don't think I'm going to do a full video just because I have so many brushes behind me. I'm not even sure if you guys can see, but I have 5 cups full of brushes. And I've tried like really good ones. I've tried high-end ones, and I've tried lower-end ones, the drugstore ones, the affordable ones. And I just feel like I can tell you guys, like, from a personal standpoint, what good brushes are, because I don't really have a financial stake in anything, and I know a lot of bigger YouTubers do. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say it. My number one brushes that I absolutely love are my Real Techniques brushes. I use a Real Techniques brush in almost every single video, every single day. They are so good. You can get Real Techniques from Ulta, Walmart, Target. You can never get Real Techniques anymore. They're pretty affordable too. So the first brushes I ever purchased was from Real Techniques, and I actually still have them to this day, and I purchased them back in 2015 when I was 17. And they're just a little, like, the handles themselves are faded, like, they're not as, they're not, like, as pink and purple as they used to be. Which, I mean, I've had them for, like, what, 6, 7 years now? But they haven't shed, and I use them all the time. They're such good brushes. I love Real Techniques. And I definitely, they have, like, starter sets and stuff like that that you can totally get that I definitely recommend starting your own, like, brush collection if you're getting into makeup. Because they also have, like, travel packs with them. I don't use the travel packs. I don't travel. I'm a loser, but I don't travel. Real Techniques is a really good brand for brushes. I have like their newest like soft glam collection. That's what it's called. I purchased every single brush from that collection, and they're really good. I can't attest to how long they last because I've only had them for about a year. Got them Christmas of last year. But the other ones that are like, just like in the normal air, like the regular line that don't have like a theme to them. So, see if I can grab. See if I can find one. Where is one of my Real Techniques? This is actually one that came in that set. Looks like this. It has like the color. They have the orange ones. They have pink ones. They have purple ones. They're all in their regular line. This is actually one that I got in that original starter set. You can kind of see how faded it is. These brushes are so good. And 100% worth the investment at the drugstore, in my opinion, because I think that their sets are like $20, if that. Um, 20 bucks really isn't that bad for a brush set that you're gonna be able to keep for a while. I always recommend Real Techniques brushes to anybody that is a friend of mine that asks me, um, like, what makeup brushes should I start out with. There are, of course, a couple other ones depending on how much you want to spend. So Wet n Wild actually has some really good brushes also. They don't have sets as far as I know. You can honestly get like their individual brushes at like Dollar Tree and stuff like that. So go like get a set. But the brushes I'm talking about from Wet n Wild are these ones, the white with the pink. I love these. These brushes are so nice. I think they came out like spring of 2015, 2016 or something like that. I see these all the time at the dollar store, and they are such good brushes. Like so good. I've had them for years as well with the Real Techniques brushes, and they have not shed still. I don't use them as much as I use my Real Techniques brushes, but I do use them quite a lot. I'm just saying, like, if you're looking to start your own makeup collection, you need some makeup brushes, but you don't want to spend a lot of money on makeup brushes, then you can get a set from Real Techniques for 20 bucks. That's really going to end up lasting a while. Or you can go to like Dollar Tree and get individual Wet n Wild brushes and build your own set like that. Maybe save a little bit of money. Those brushes are also really nice. I really have been enjoying Sonia Kashuk actually. So I just started using Sonia Kashuk earlier this year. Sonia Kashuk also makes this sponge that I am using. The sponge is so nice. I love it. I really recommend it. Get a set of this sponge at Target. It's like 4 or 5 in a set. Sonia Kashuk. So back in the day, Sonia Kashuk did make makeup when I first started getting into YouTube and the beauty community. I never actually tried her makeup, I'm not gonna lie. But I know a lot of YouTubers have like some staple products from Sonia Kashuk, like Totsi. Really liked some Sonia Kashuk products. Um, but a few years ago, I think like maybe 2 years ago, they rebranded and decided to become just a tool brand. like if you go to Target, all they sell are, they have like, at least at my local Target, they have a big ass section that is literally just dedicated to Sonia Kashuk makeup tools. And I've been getting into trying the makeup tools. I obviously used that Stipple foundation brush today that came from Sonia Kashuk. That's one of my favorite foundation brushes. One of my favorite foundation brushes for sure. And it really quickly became one of my favorite foundation brushes, actually. Sorry about that. Had to drink some water. Was dying over here. But I definitely think Sonia Kashuk's gonna be a little bit more expensive. I remember spending like $30 or $40 on like a 4-piece set from them, Target. So they're definitely more, they're affordable because they're at Target, but they're more on the higher end spectrum of the things. If you have the money to splurge on it, definitely. I don't think the brushes will disappoint. But I am still extremely new to the brand. They actually have a face brush that I bought that I've been afraid to use. I need to show you guys my new routine because I actually changed brushes. I'm using a Plum B Thermal Sonic face brush. It's the craziest thing ever, but it's really cool. Let's see, do I have other brushes? No, they have brands like Essential Tools, Eco Tools. I got brush sets from both of those brands when I was getting into makeup also in 2015. And I still have some of those brushes as well, but they're just not like staples in my mind. You know, when I think about brush staples, I think for me personally, from all the ones that I've tried back in the day, for me it was always the Sonia or the Real Techniques brushes. ColourPop has some really good brushes also. If you want to try out those brushes, I don't think Ulta has ColourPop's brushes in stores, so you would have to probably order them offline. So definitely keep in mind how much accessibility you would like to have to brushes. Like for me at the time when I was 17, I didn't have a job, I didn't have my own bank account, I didn't have a bank card, so I couldn't order things offline. So I had to have something that was accessible via the store, and at the time, Ulta did not sell ColourPop in their stores. So that is why I went with like Real Techniques and um, Essential Tools and Eco Tools and stuff like that because I needed something that was easily accessed. I'm also using e.l.f.'s Brownie Points. e.l.f. has really good brushes as well. Their brushes are inexpensive also. Everything from e.l.f. is pretty inexpensive and pretty nice. I have a lot of e.l.f. brushes that I actually love. I just don't use them as much. But I do love them, and I don't know why I don't use them. Oh, I forgot how much I love this little smudger pot from e.l.f. Now all I'm doing is a wing, by the way, you guys. That's really it. Like, I forgot how much I love the smudger pot, especially for, like, the fall and stuff like that. And I'm just using Candied Floss from the Mini Blood Sugar palette. That corner. a brow bone just to add a little bit of dimension because I put ouch in the crease. I wasn't actually planning to put ouch in the crease, it's just like a last minute. Oh yeah, e.l.f. brushes. So, I actually do have a couple e.l.f. brushes that I purchased in 2015, and I'm just using ouch the lower lash crease a little bit. But I do have some e.l.f. brushes, and I do have to say I have experienced this past year shedding for the first time with any of my brushes with my e.l.f. brushes. So that might be something about. Alright, we're doing the spider web. I'm using this LA Colors eye marker to do the spider web. I do it smaller today than I did yesterday. Very important today. Of course, because I did a wing, I don't want to like interject with that. Like, I love that. I love that this time of year. Halloween was my favorite time of year growing up. Loved all things spooky. But, now since kids have been born, I just love like the happiness on their faces for when it comes to like Christmas and stuff like that. So I enjoy Christmas more now than I do Halloween because of the kids. I do have, I think I've already said like 3 videos, including this one that I have today. So, got a lot of planning to get done. Also, it's Thursday, obviously, when I'm filming this, the 14th. Jeffree Star releases his Halloween mystery boxes, which, again, I'm playing up with the fact that I loved Halloween growing up. So I'm really excited about the Halloween mystery boxes. I am picking up the premium, so I will be unboxing the premium one on my channel. I want the Weirdo palette, but I also want to see what else is in the premium mystery box because it said there's 6 items. But we know what one of those items is. One of those items is going to be the Weirdo palette, obviously. So, what do you guys think is going to also be in the box? I really want to know. I'm kind of hoping it is Halloween themed, like the Weirdo lip liner and stuff like that. I really hope it is Halloween themed. And by the way, this is that Real Technique soft glam brushes I was telling you about earlier that I picked up earlier this year. So you can obviously, like, you can see the difference in the way that the standard ones look versus ones that are in collections. I don't know why I paused for a minute there. Hey. Oh, I have found that this is another one of those wet mop brushes, but I have found that I love applying this blush from ColourPop. It is Brute Flute Super Shock Cheek Pearlized Blush with this brush, which I actually did not, but I've actually enjoyed applying it with this brush so much more than any other brush that I own. And we were still talking about brushes. I am saying that, like, I know. I think that that's all the affordable brushes that I would recommend to you guys if you're starting out your kit. Just really depends on the amount of money you want to spend and the brushes you want in the collection. Because you can get a gift set from e.l.f. or you can also get those brushes individually as well. I actually think that Walmart and Target have a bigger e.l.f. brush selection than like Ulta does, so you might want to check Ulta out. Not Ulta, Walmart or Target. But like I said, my e.l.f. brushes that I've had since 2015 are starting to shed currently as of this year. So you might want to look at Real Techniques brushes instead in terms of longevity. You know, just really depends on what you guys are looking for. And as complicated as it sounds, you really need to stop and think about like what you want from your makeup brushes, I guess. You want quality over quantity because the e.l.f. brushes did last 7 years until they started shedding. And those are the only ones that I have on this list that shed. So, in 7 years, are you going to have a bigger brush collection? Probably. Are you going to have brushes that you probably enjoy more? Probably. So, it's really just like, it was so cool. But it's stuff like that, okay? When you start your own collection. So, hope you guys enjoyed my October 2021 Halloween tutorial type thing. And I really enjoy having the spider webs under my eyes. I really do. You're going to see a lot more of this. See you guys in the next one. Bye.